Yeah, good.
Doing, so forgive me if I'm just awkward at times. But
I'm awkward at times, and I'm not even in interviews, so.
okay. Good. We can work together. That's great. All right. Well, thank you so much again. Really, really appreciate it. Okay, so as you know, I'm Heather, and you met me whenever we did Janet's first party, and um, just kind of want to give you a little bit about myself and how I got started in Mary Kay. Is that a duck call?
No, sorry, I'm getting text messages.
Oh, I was like,
My phone's vibrating. Sorry, awkward.
nice to see you.
My bad.
So as you know, I got started in Mary Kay back in December, and I started selling back in January, and I'm finally in the position of being a director in qualification, which means I can be a director by next month. So
Yay.
I'm working on this right now, so
Yeah.
it's been crazy, it's been a rush, but it's been totally worth it. With Mary Kay, I have learned so much about myself, and I've learned so much, and it really empowers women. It really helps build your confidence, because I know right now, even like with Janet telling me, she's like, you can do this. This is one of the first interviews, you can do this. So this is for her to bring me on. I probably would have chickened out and not done this. So it's amazing how the positive vibes of people can really help and really just help your self-esteem, which I think is awesome. And that's the type of people that we have here at Mary Kay, is we have those type of people. We have little Janet running around telling us, "You good, you awesome."
Oh no!
Yeah, it's amazing though. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. It's just so powerful. But I originally joined Mary Kay just to get an extra, income coming in. At the time, my daughter, I believe, was 4 months, and I was planning for a wedding. I was trying to figure out how I was going to pay for this wedding, and still try to get my bills and get everything taken care of. I mean, that's overwhelming.
Oh yeah, golly.
And I was able to get my director, Ricardo, to David Bridal, and we ended up having a party. And I loved the way that she was hosting this party. I was like, if she can do this, I can do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, as soon as I had the consultation with her, I was like, what do I do for now? She goes,
That's still out there.
oh, no, you take your time and make, a good decision. But I wanted to jump in. Like, I saw the marketing plan, I loved it, and I was ready to go. And ever since then, I've hit the ground running, which is great. Back in December, I was going to do this. I probably would have laughed at you. Probably would have laughed at you and everybody else telling me that you did Mary Kay. Like, never thought I'd do this. So it's crazy. So tell me a little bit about yourself, because I know we got to chat a little bit at the party. But just want to get to know. I really like your personality.
1 second. It just got crazy windy out here. I'm in a hurricane. 1 second. I'll give you a tour of my house at the same time.
Oh, nice. I like to.
Not mine. Can't say it is. Sorry. Okay. So a little bit about myself. Gosh. I graduated a couple years ago. That's like the first thing I go to when I'm explaining myself for some reason. It's like, oh, college was the last landmark. So, graduated 2014, K-State, woo-woo. And my degree was actually in journalism and mass communications. So, I ended up picking the print side of things. So I didn't go into like broadcasting and being on camera, but when interviewing people, you definitely have to have a certain amount of, I don't know if you say charisma, but at least be able to talk with people. So I definitely had to get over that hurdle of, oh my God, I have to call these people. Oh my God, I have to sit down and, borrow their time in order to talk more about them. And so it was definitely for somebody who, I think I've always been outgoing, but I was usually more introverted. I dreaded calling people. So that was definitely something to get over. So I can kind of understand where you're coming from with, getting used to talking to people and, letting them see who you are too. But yeah, so right now I work for a medical marketing company and I handle their website stuff and social media for our clients. We do a lot of dental and optical clients. So any time you see a Facebook ad for a dental office near you, there's a good chance it's me. So sorry.
No, no.
When they're following you around when you're searching for shoes online, that's me. Sorry. So, but yeah, I do that, and then I manage their social media profiles and all kinds of crazy things and whatever else they throw at me on a daily basis. So, constantly, changing and having to adapt. So, but yeah, so obviously I don't have a problem talking to people. Usually, I don't prefer public speaking, but get along with everybody. Love my dog. Pretty big family person, but that's about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like
Not
that.
very interesting, sorry.
No, that's amazing. You should give yourself more credit. That's awesome.
Oh.
That's really cool about the advertisement and everything.
Yeah, it's been a really big learning process. I mean, that's not what I went to school for. I literally took one class my senior year that kind of touched on a lot of the website things that I'm doing now. And it's like, it was literally the last class that I took. So for me to basically have my whole job centered around it, it's kind of weird and mind-blowing. But I recently got to go to California for a huge conference about that kinds of stuff. So it's been a really big learning process and, and nothing that I would have anticipated doing years ago. So kind of crazy.
It's funny you say that because that's how I feel about what I'm doing now. Like,
Oh, yeah, sure.
it's just funny because it's like, really, Mary Kay? Like,
I know. I had an aunt who sold it. So, I mean, and I remember using, she had given me some cleanser like years ago, and I think it was like Velocity, and it was orange and white packaging, and I'm pretty sure it had like glitter in it or something. And
wow,
so, so yeah, I mean, when I think of Mary Kay, or when I did, I was like, oh, okay, Mary Kay. But I don't know. I've started using that stuff. I'm tinkering with the order of things now, but so far I really like it. I was telling Janet actually a couple of days ago, or maybe yesterday even. Normally by the end of the day, my face feels super oily, and it feels like I just need to exfoliate. Like I feel like I have dry, like skin and stuff like that. So, but by the end of the day now, my face still feels hydrated, not oily. I don't feel like I have to exfoliate my face every day. So, I don't know. I really like it so far. So I'm hoping that it continues to go well. So I'm pleasantly surprised.
yes. Our company has really, really, really updated tremendously. I mean, you don't have the same women that have big hair, blue eyeshadow. Like, I mean, that's usually the stereotype, right? Because your grandmother's grandmother used Mary Kay, So,
Like an Avon lady.
yes, very
Yep.
much. And
Yep.
we have come a long way. And really, like, now we have, like, awesome marketing where, now, like, our consultants range between the age of 18 until, like, they're 35. And then we even have people that are 94 that are still consultants, which I think is amazing. And they can reach all different types of people. It's not just one set group. And our formulas, like, on our face wash are amazing. Like, I swear by that stuff because after I had Lillian, my face was so bad. Like, I had really bad acne.
Mm.
And my face cleared up. Like, my face looks amazing now compared to what it did. Like, I wish I can pull up some pictures, but they were like, it was pretty bad. It was pretty embarrassing. And, after you have a baby, I mean,
Acquire.
but your body changes, so you're just kind of like, ah. But I love the product, so I'm happy to hear that the product is working for you. And like I said, there's that guarantee of, if you need to change the formula because your face gets dry, like Janet, she can change it at no cost to you. So, which I think is an amazing thing. But let's get started on the bullet points of Mary Kay. So I kind of went through the marketing plan at the party and kind of touched based on, why people join Mary Kay. First was for the money. Like originally I started Mary Kay to, get extra money, and that was the whole thing. And for me, like I had no time whatsoever. I just had a daughter, and at the time whenever I signed, she was 4 months, so she was very needy. I was still breastfeeding.
Getting babies.
I know. So needy.
So needy.
Attached to you. It's just but so I had to breastfeed, and I was preparing for a wedding, so I was trying to like do all the plans and trying to get everything done by March. At the time, my dad was actually in ICU. He was in ICU for like 5 months. He had septic shock, and yeah, so my dad was close to dying. And whenever I was working at the job that I was at the time, it was depressing because whenever I wanted to go to the hospital, they were like, oh, well, do you think that you can come back tomorrow? Or can you make sure that all your work's done before you leave? Do you really have to leave this early? Like, it was my dad. Like, who told me that? It's my dad. Yeah. If it was their dad, oh, heaven forbid if it was their family, So right here, I was so sick. Like I was so sick to my stomach because I felt really like restraint. I felt that I was stuck there. So then I did the facial, with my girlfriends because I was like, you know what, I need a break. My mom needs a break. My sister needs a break. My director, Leah Carta, she did the party for me. And as soon as I saw what she was doing with the party, it was exactly what we did, for Janet's party. Yeah. It was very simple, very fun, and everything. I was like, if she can do this, I can do this. Right. And listening to the marketing plan, I mean, whenever you sell a product from Mary Kay, you get 50% off. I mean, not 50% off, but you get 50% profit. But whenever you do buy the products, they are 50% off, which I think is awesome. Yes, so you see where I was changing the tea. It's been a long day. But you do get those benefits, which I think is amazing. And then not only that, like, whenever you're doing the party, I mean, you saw how much fun it was. You were just getting together with your girlfriends, and like how excited I was that you guys were like touching your faces and so excited about the product. And even now, like, you're giving me a good report on how the product is doing for your face, which I think is amazing, and it speaks for itself because you don't have to go in and push the product on you. You tried it, you liked it, and you bought it. Like, I didn't have to do really anything. I just had to make sure that I was able to connect with you and that, we had a good time. That was my whole intention, was to make sure you had a good time and for Janet to get proper training. And that's exactly why I was there for you guys, and everything else, I mean, it took care of itself. Y'all fell in love with the product without me being like, here, buy this product, please buy this product. So I thought that was pretty powerful. But yeah, with the money, I mean, you get that opportunity in Mary Kay. You make the 50% of what you sold. Janet had a $400 party, so she got a profit $200 within a couple of hours, which I think is amazing. I know at like my job, whenever I was doing at least just 2 parties on Saturday, like I was making more at my Mary Kay parties than I was at a week at my job. And I make $45,000 a year at my job now, which I think it was so depressing. There goes your quacker.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
That was an email.
No, you're fine. You're just a popular gal. My goodness.
I wish I could say it was something cool, but I'm pretty sure it was Taco Bueno. So.
Hey, it's calling.
Coupons.
But yeah, so whenever I went in for the money, and like in my head, I was like, well, can I do a part-time job? But what's really awesome about Mary Kay is it's only a few hours of your day. Like, you can do it one day out of the weekend, and you can bring in, like, Jen, you could bring in $200 if you need it. Or if you want to do, like, 1 to 3 parties on the month, you could bring in $1,000, which I think is really awesome and powerful because, I mean, if somebody gave you the opportunity and they said, hey, can you come in and work overtime and I'll give you $1,000, you would do it. Even if you were so tired and exhausted, if somebody offered you $1,000, you would do it.
Yeah.
With Mary Kay, you can do that. You can sprinkle it in your time, and what I think is really cool because, you get money that way, which I think is awesome. But another thing is that really attracted me to Mary Kay was the recognition. And as I said before, I mean, people rarely get recognized, especially women. Women don't really get recognized for much, and we multitask. We do a lot day in, day out, you know. And I just think that it's awesome that whenever I joined Mary Kay, and I was probably like a month into Mary Kay, and since the day I started, I sold $500 to $1,000 every week that I've been in Mary Kay. Yeah, so
Wow.
and I made 50% of that. So you can only imagine why I was like, okay, I need to do Mary Kay full time, right?
Yeah.
And so my director actually gave me a chance to go to the corporate office of Mary Kay. And what I thought was awesome was that whenever I was there, I got to tour her Mary Kay's office. You got to, talk to people that are higher up and kind of just get their feedback. But what I thought was so awesome, the president of the company actually came down, and I got to meet with him and I got to talk to him. And he's like, yeah, Leah's been updating me on how you've been doing and everything. Like, he actually took the time to say thank you and to come out of his busy schedule, because obviously he's busy. He's the president.
Yeah. He's the one to sell Mary Kay too.
Exactly. And he took the time to just talk to me and to thank me for the work that I'm doing, which I thought was amazing. And that would never happen in a corporate office, And even like if you're trying to move up, like you have to do amazing things if you're in a big business, because everything else is mediocre to them. They're so, desensitized to what everybody does. And the only way you're going to move up in your company is if someone dies. It's as simple as that, right? So it's just like they die or they quit. Like, it's just very rare because people hold on to their jobs, which is not a bad thing. But, like, it's just harder and harder to move up nowadays, especially if you're, if you don't have your college degree, or if you do, then you don't have enough experience to, move up, which I think is crazy. And so then, and also the next thing is with the self-growth. What I think is awesome is, like I said earlier, without Janet being so positive and being able to say, hey, you can do this, getting on the interview, it's nerve-wracking. You're like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't mess up, or, you think of all these, like, crazy.
I'm taking notes. I'm going to talk to you about it later.
Good. Do it. But I've learned to be, a little more outgoing and get out of my little shell and really step out of the box to talk to people. And I'm finding out that I really enjoy it,
Yeah.
I've been the type to where if I see people, I like turn my head and, I'll be like, hi, and then I never make really conversation because I can be awkward sometimes, and I'm, like, learning how to be out of that. And I didn't even know I had it in me to, like, talk to people like that. I really
That's so great.
So it's kind of nice that I'm putting myself out there because I'm finding a new side of myself, which I think is really, really awesome.
Whole new skill set.
Yeah, which is awesome. So, like, I really relate to you whenever you were saying everything, because that's exactly how I feel, like, to the T.
Yeah.
Exactly how you are, because my personality is just like that, too. So I think it's really cool. And then not only that, like how I was telling you, I was 70% almost done to getting my free car. I'm already, like, moving up in that because, as my team grows, my chances grow for, like, a new vehicle and all that stuff. So I've been given that opportunity to do that, and I can take cash instead. I mean, how cool is that? But, like, if I get the vehicle, they pay for taxes, and then they pay for 85% of your car insurance. I think that's amazing.
Ooh, yeah. I'll take it.
It's amazing, especially if, like, for the people that are under 20, like 25, I mean, you have to pay up the wazoo just for your insurance. There's women that are, 19, 20, and they're making a six-figure income with Mary Kay. And some of them, like, they're married and they've retired their husbands. Like, one girl named Jocelyn, I love her. She's so amazing. She's the sweetest thing, and her husband was actually in the military. And I believe she started her business around when she's 20. And she was making a six-figure income, and I believe 2 years ago she actually retired her husband from the military.
Wow.
which I think is amazing. And you would never think that.
No.
Our director, Leah, she actually retired her husband 6 years ago, and he was only 26. And now
Wow.
he's doing
What?
business. Yes.
What?
Yes, you can make serious money in Mary Kay. It's not just about selling lipstick. It's so much more than that. I mean, the culture is amazing. Like, it's literally like having little Janets running around and giving you positive vibes and sending you letters because they care for you, because they genuinely care for you. It's not like, oh, well, join my team and okay, you're done and have a nice life. You know, it's not a multi-level thing because our success is actually tied together. So if Janet doesn't do well, I don't do well. So I have to make sure I'm training her correctly. It's just like
No pressure, Janet.
no pressure. But it's like business. When you're starting it from the ground up, you have to start somewhere. You have to be a team and you have to work together, which I think is so awesome. And it's so different compared to, most direct sell companies. But not only that, it's like we're not pushy types. We're not the ones that are like, here, in your face, do this, like it's nothing like that. Because
Wow.
exactly. Like, we're just not like that. Like, our culture and our unit is very different. Of course, you're going to have, some people that I'm sure are nightmares, which every company has a nightmare, I'm sure, and they make the company look really bad. But, I mean, our unit is really close-knit, and we're very, very choosy about, who we bring in, because you want people that are very genuine and very caring and that actually, have goals and dreams, which I think is really, really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then for, also with people with Mary Kay, why they join is, like I told you, the tax advantages. The tax advantages are so amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Just with me having Lillian, I mean, that's a $3,000 credit, right, for your taxes, and then being married and stuff. So originally we were going to get close to $5,000, around there. And then whenever I joined Mary Kay, I was only in it, like, I only signed up at, like, the end of the month. And I had, I had a couple things down, like my inventory and all that stuff, and we ended up getting close to $10,000 back in taxes, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And a lot of people, I mean, especially college students, they do Mary Kay, once they're traveling back and forth, it's okay. They're traveling back and forth, and so they're able to write off their gas mileage. They're able to write off tickets. They're able to, if they, like, go to a restaurant and maybe they're talking to somebody about Mary Kay, they're able to write off that receipt. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing that you can save so much money with a small business. I just think it's incredible. Like, I can't get over it. Like, I'm so excited about it because, I get to save money. Oh my God. Like,
I know, that's crazy. So someone at Janet's level, I mean, would you call it a lot of like door to door, or how would you say the networking process and getting new clients and all that stuff? How does that?
Well, one, we don't do the creepy door to door thing. That's
That was a bad example.
like exactly at the party. The beauty of Mary Kay is, although we're a consultant to somebody very high up in Mary Kay, that's in our director's position, right? We go in at the running gate. We both make 50% off whenever we both make 50% on the products that we both sell. So there's no quotas or you have to get this many people to, get this much money. It's nothing like that. So, like, if I have a party, whatever I sell, I make 50%. So does Janet. And the way that we conduct our business, you can either do the catalog sale where you just do family and friends, or you can just leave it at work and say, here, look at my catalog and buy this. But the lifeline of our business to grow is through parties. So basically what I did for Janet was that's what we do. That's our bread and butter. Yeah. So, and you get that by just, asking people that asking your family, and then you get referrals, and then it grows from there. So, which I think is awesome. That's why whenever I asked you on the referral game, help Janet out, because that's her lifeline to her business.
I don't think I won that game.
But you supported her and you were there, which is awesome. So
moral support. Remember that.
But it's awesome.
I may suck, but moral support.
But it's so cool because even if you were like, well, I only know one person,
Yeah.
Yeah, family. There's people that walk around with skin. Like, the thing is, but seriously, isn't
I
that?
love people with skin.
But it's so true, right? So, but you get trained to like how to network with people. So if you're at a dead end, Janet can be like, you know what, I'm at a dead end. What do I do now? So then we can suggest something else. Like there's always a way to get clients, always a way. And even if you're like, well, I don't have any friends. One, we need a personality, and two, we will help you do whatever you need to do, right? So
We'll be your friends.
exactly. But it's awesome because, again, we train and we make sure that you're taken care of and that we're there with you every step of the way, which is exactly what I did with Janet. So I had Janet be my assistant during the party, and I had her see what I was doing so that way she can, take mental notes or, take notes or take a personal video for herself so that way she can practice, and then she'll be prepared for the next party that she has. Mm-hmm. So it's really awesome. So it's a good team working corporation, which I think is so awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you guys, I know you do men's products too. Will Janet be selling that?
She can. She has some in her inventory.
Oh.
Yeah. So like if there was something that you had that you just absolutely knew that you wanted, but we didn't have it at the party, Janet can get it for you. She has, she can get the inventory for you, which is awesome. I will say that men's product is amazing. I actually have one of our friends now. Whenever I first got it and it first came out, like it's like kind of like the face wash that you tried. It's kind of like the similar set, and except that they have like the face wash, moisturizer, the eye cream, and then I think it's like a shaving gel thing.
Oh,
but
cool.
yeah, and he had really, really bad acne, and his face has cleared up tremendously. And he's like, I feel so confident and all this stuff. He's like, the ladies need to watch out and all this stuff.
How old is he?
How is Daniel? Daniel's what, 26?
Is this Jacob's Daniel?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You know Daniel.
I knew.
Yeah.
Usually Daniel.
Yeah.
Probably 26 now.
Yeah, 26.
Okay.
So,
I know. I was thinking about it. My brother, the Hulk you saw earlier, he's got acne stuff too. So okay. Side note. Sorry, distracted.
And yeah, it's amazing. The products are amazing. I love them. But if you have like any questions or anything, I will tell you that the starter kit is $100, and it has like $430 worth of product, which is amazing. It's like a little Groupon.
Yeah.
And not only that, there's a promotion going on.
Oh God.
You get an eye cream, and a mascara, and then this is our eye primer for like your not mascara, your
eyeliner.
not eyeliner, eyeshadow. Yes, I couldn't like think of
one of them.
Like, wait,
Putting on the eye.
I should give you a prize for helping me. That was amazing. But yeah, so then
Like Mary Kay charades.
Right, seriously. So that is actually $60 worth of product that Mary Kay is giving for free as a promotion if you sign up before the end of the month, which is awesome. But we're also doing another promotion if you sign up within 48 hours, and we're giving away like $100 worth of makeup on top of that, which I think is
and a car. Yeah.
Well, we have to join Mary Kay to get the car. So.
No class.
You're so funny. But we're doing that promotion as well, and if you sign within the next 24 to 48 hours. But if you don't, then we still have that promotion of the $60 worth of product in your house, which I think is really awesome. I don't know if you saw that bag that was sitting there like by the mirrors and stuff, that black bag with like the tape. Yeah, that's your starter kit. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And the caddy that's inside of it, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so is there any questions or anything that stuck out to you? I mean, this will be really good for Janet's training as well as mine, so that way, I can answer any questions that people might ask, on different interviews and stuff, or just for daily use.
Well, I know you had said a couple different things during the party. Like, how many hours would you say? Did you say you quit your other job?
My last day is on the 15th.
Oh, good for you. So how many hours will you be devoting to it?
For total will be 20, I think it was 20.4 hours,
Okay.
and that's
And
it. And I'll be working from home. And then when I do my parties, it would only be like a couple of hours. And then
so
it comes,
what's your region or whatever? Like where's the furthest point you travel to, or is there?
no, there's no territories. And what's awesome is that we run on the honor system. So if someone has a consultant and they happen to be at one of our parties, basically I'll write a ticket and say, hey, I know you have a consultant and I know you really want these products. You know, you should give the ticket to her and let her fulfill your order. So it's more of the honor system. We don't like to step on each other's toes and stuff, but you have no territory. So if you have family that's out of state or something, you can, do a party with them, and then you can write off that mileage or you write off that ticket because you're going out there for them. Or sometimes, or if you're very specific and you only want to work within an hour radius of yourself, you can say that like at your parties and let them know, hey, I just want people within an hour radius or only within the DFW. So like you can really make your business as expandable as you want. So people can do family and friends, or they can just stick within their own little area. So I mean, it's really up to you. Yeah.
So if I were to join tomorrow, I have to get the starter kit, right?
So that includes that's your $100.
Oh,
So yeah, your starter kit comes with a bunch of products, and it comes with like the information about our company, and then those little mirrors that you saw that you do like your makeup.
oh yeah.
Is in there. So it has like all your products in there to get you started, or you can just keep them. And then it'll give you like the $60 worth of product as well.
Okay.
You would get that $100 worth of free makeup.
Okay. Do you guys have any literature or anything, or website?
As in what, for like training?
Just if I wanted to review everything that it includes to be a Mary Kay consultant.
Okay. Well, we have like brochures and stuff that kind of explain like the levels of like Mary Kay and all that stuff. You can actually like check on the Mary Kay website, but like as far as trying to get a marketing plan to kind of give you an idea of what you would need to do, that would be something that you would do like in our boot camp. So whenever you sign up, there's a boot camp that's every Thursday.
Oh.
And we basically give you the rundown of like the Mary Kay business, the marketing plan, and all that information. But as soon as you sign up, our director Leah would contact you, and then she would basically ask you, what's your goal and what you're trying to, make. Like if there is a set goal, if you just want to make $1,000 a month, she would be able to write it down and tell you the parties. I would probably be sitting with her because I'm learning to be a director. So then I would learn to like, kind of watch her and see, how she does the marketing plan and how she breaks down everything for you, which I think is really cool. But yeah, because I mean, even whenever for my success, like literally I told her, Leah, I want to make, an extra, $1,000 a month. This is what I need for my bills. And she was able to break down everything to show me how many parties. And I believe that was only like 2 to 3 parties.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And then she broke everything down for me. And that's how I've been able to move so quickly, because every time my goal changes, I let her know, hey, this is where I'm at, this is where I want to be, and she tells me exactly what I need to do. It's all calculated, and it's all mathematical. So it's not like you're just be like, oh, well, I guess if you do this, then you might get this. Like, it's actually calculated, and yeah, so we want to make sure everybody's successful and they know what they need to do to get where they need to be, basically. So.
Okay, cool. Interesting. I do some freelance work, like websites and other stuff, so like I do side income, but it's good to keep in mind, especially if I'm going to be traveling. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of opportunity there, but yeah, so I may not jump on it right away, but I'm at least interested.
Okay, so on a scale to 1 to 10, 1 being I don't like free cars, I don't like free diets, I don't like the tax advantages. 5 is a chicken answer. Do not give me a 5. And 10 is I'm interested. I want to sign up. Where would you be on the scale?
Probably between a 7 and an 8. Like,
Okay.
I love all the benefits and everything else. It's the party thing. I don't know how well I would be at that, but
Why do you feel that way?
I don't know, just because makeup isn't really something that I've never been obsessive over makeup. Like, I wear what I have to wear. I used whatever products I had to use to get through, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I think one thing, it would just take more time being with the product and stuff, and seeing actual continued results for myself before I could feel confident about introducing other people to it. So I think it's really just a time factor, both time getting incorporated into it and the amount of time that I have, outside of my other jobs. So.
Okay. Well, I will say, if you notice, the only thing I have on is lipstick.
Yeah.
I finished working out and I looked a hot mess, and that was the only thing. I am not good with makeup at all. It's not good, but I do swear on the product, and that is why I do Mary Kay, because I believe in the product. I believe that this product is amazing, and I love just watching y'all's faces be like, oh, because it's so amazing on your skin. And I'm so excited to do the regimen every day because I know it works and because it makes my face feel amazing.
Yeah.
So that's why I do it.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is, how many hours do you work?
I mean, technically I'm an 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, but I also work on the weekends, and obviously, I mean, I stay late at work too, so I do freelance websites, and that just kind of depends on when I have clients and what their needs are. I have a client that I've had since January, and I'll be working with them through May, so it would be kind of prime to be able to do, a Mary Kay thing, maybe once or twice a month or whenever I'm especially having lulls between clients. Right now that's not a problem, but, I just like to keep my options open. Plus, with everything you were saying with the tax benefits and everything else, I just feel like it's almost kind of crazy to not at least consider it. So.
Absolutely. And, if you are considering it, like a lot of people, the thing is, I want you to make an educated decision as well. Like, I never want to pressure anybody to do something that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
And, we'll do the pink pillow test. So if you go to sleep at night and you're like, what could I do with this Mary Kay thing? Like, what could I do with it? Then you probably need to sign up. But if you do have questions, I mean, you can ask me. That's not a problem. I don't mind answering questions. And if I don't know something, I will go and find the answer for you because that's just who I am and that's just what I do.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, I mean, that's good if you do consider it. There are a lot of people who just do it for the tax advantages. And some people, I mean, they just literally, they'll take their catalogs to work and say, hey, you want to buy something? They just throw it there and people go through it and then they make sales that way. I mean, there's always that option. You don't always have to do all these parties. And I want you to kind of get that out of your head because even if you just did one party with your family and friends, I'm sure they would support you.
Yeah.
And you can make a pretty good amount of money. I mean, Janet, she made $400, at her first party.
You have really good friends, Janet.
Yeah. But that's awesome though, because like even whenever my first party, I mean, the first party I had was like $200, and then after that I was like, oh, I understand what I need to do, and I made it happen. And now ever since then, I was selling between $500 to $1,000, and that's only a couple hours out of my time, and I was making half of that money within a couple hours. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So definitely consider it. And if you have any questions, there's actually an app called Voxer.
Oh.
It's like a little walkie-talkie. So if you just want to if you want to download it and just ask me questions, or you can even Facebook message me.
Yeah.
And just ask me questions. If it's something like you think of, just be like, huh, that's actually really good. I want more information about that.
Yeah.
free. And yeah, but I just want to thank you for your time and
Yeah, absolutely.
thank you so much. And you're awesome. I love your personality. This is why I was like fighting for you. I'm like, please, incentives. I think you're amazing. So I think
Thank you so much. That's crazy.
so I think if you were to, consider it, we would love to have you on our team, and we would make sure that you got trained, and you would be our baby duckling. And we
As long as it's not an ugly duckling.
nope, you're beautiful.
Lies, but that's okay.
Whatever, Lindsay.
No, you're supposed to say thank you for the compliment. And be
Thank
like,
you for the compliment. That's what I meant, right? That's what
Yes, yes.
I love you.
Love you.
Well, again, thank you so much for doing this for Janet and for
Yeah.
also helping us both with training. I really, really appreciate your time. And again, seriously, if you consider it. Actually, you know what, Janet? Get her email. Get her email. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to send you the online agreement for you to think about. And if you, like I said, if you have questions and if you're just like, you know what, maybe I should just give this a try,
Yeah.
at least you'll have in your email and you'll be able to access it. But we'll
Cool.
just have it there so that way you have it and you think about it. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I don't mind. I love questions, and it's going to help me grow so that way I can be a good
Sure.
director too.
Sure, absolutely. Well, and you guys too. I know, Janet, you're starting out and everything, but if you guys ever need someone to bounce things off of or practice a speech or whatever, then I can help out. That's good.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. And do what?
I was gonna say, if you want, you can just type in your email on that Facebook message. That way, you don't have to like go through me, and then I have to send it to her.
Fancy. Let me figure this out here.
See, I like how close you are to the camera.
Oh, my goodness.
Do you love it? Okay. Oh, Facebook. Why? I was going into Hangouts. Just kidding.
I was like, Lindsay, you